The month of May is upon us, and we'll look at the numerology of 13, 4, and 5 to guide us with success for the next 31 days. We also have a very strong energy in the sky, challenging us to examine our attitudes, our behaviors concerning money, and our relationship to money. In our relationships, we'll see challenges and upheavals, but we'll also be presented with an opportunity to confront our fears, our insecurities, which will ultimately lead to stronger and deeper bonds with those we love. So sit back, relax, and join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. We will gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, own this energy, and move forward today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. I send it right back to you. Well, welcome to your daily focus for May the 1st, 2024. Yes, rabbit. So I'm told by David Palmer, the Leo King, but also there's many other people out there that have their own way of welcoming in the first of each month to bring us in luck. And why not? Absolutely free. So May the 1st, rabbit. Let's start with the numerology. And before we jump into the daily numerology, let's look at the numerology for the month of May 2024. So May is the 5th month. It holds the 5th energy. 8 is 2024. So 5 plus 8 is a 13 energy. 1 plus 3 is a 4 energy. Now, the number 13 is often associated with transformation, upheaval, rebirth, and it's marked as an unlucky number. It's just the opposite, although what happens under a 13 energy rarely presents itself as something that is lucky. It's not till we look back in hindsight and we see the hidden potential for our lives. It symbolizes the process of death and birth. It does suggest that we will have significant changes and they may be underway. I would think personally and collectively. We'll see it in our environments, but we'll also see the changes within us. And some of these changes might initially seem very daunting or very disruptive to your life. They ultimately pave the way for growth, for evolution, and for the invitation of new opportunities to arise. Now, the number 4 is linked to stability, structure, practicality. It represents the foundations upon which we build our lives. It emphasizes the importance of organization, discipline, hard work, plans, strategies. And in the context of May 2024, the presence of the number 4 suggests a need to focus on establishing solid foundations in our lives, solid foundations within our routines, to provide a sense of security and a stability for us moving forward. Now today, for the daily numerology, we have the number 1. The number 1 is all about our independence, being the trailblazer, a young and naive approach to new beginnings, not needing much in order to start. Just the enthusiasm alone will push us forward. And if we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 5 plus a 1 plus an 8, and that gives us a 14 energy. Having more by having less. Finding that true balance for you and you alone. What makes you happy, what makes you feel content, what disrupts your life. And how do you bring in the balance of different aspects of your world, whether it be friends and family, work, career, well-being, health, spirituality. 1 plus 4 is a 5 energy, so we are looking to create love and laughter and giggles and smiles in our world. It's a time when our creativity can flow. It's a time when our self-expression can flow. If we look at the astrology of the day, we have the sun in Taurus, we have our moon in Aquarius, and Venus squares Pluto today. And that affects our relationship with others. It affects our relationship with money. Now, under this energy, it brings intention and drama, usually, to romantic connections. It may stir up, some underlying deep-seated emotions, Power struggles might come to the surface. And relationships that are already strained or unhealthy, Venus square Pluto can intensify any kind of existing issues and may even lead to the ending of a relationship. Relationships that are built on a solid foundation of trust, respect, open communication are better equipped to handle the storm. And while they still will face challenges, they're more likely to withstand the intense energy and emerge stronger after any kind of conflict is over. I guess the hallmark for Venus square Pluto is the potential for instant attraction, magnetic chemistry between individuals, and it can lead to some very passionate relationships, but it can also pave the way for a secret affair or encounters fueled by desire and lust alone. It can bring in manipulation, obsession, possessiveness, jealousy, even a stalking kind of behavior. So know your surroundings. We could find ourselves filled with feelings of insecurity, feelings of loss, or a fear of maybe losing something. And it prompts us to resort, right? The instincts kick in, and we want to control it, or we want to manipulate it in some way. To maintain that grip we feel we must have in our relationship, what controls we have within that relationship. Rather than taking this route, we want to back things up. We want to identify the feelings, and we want to have some honest communication. And that is more effective in bridging the gap than what our instincts are telling us. Now, when it comes to our relationship with money, once again, we can get very possessed with it, or material wealth, or our possessions. We could easily find ourselves in power struggles, okay, especially in financial interactions, okay? They become battlegrounds for control, for dominance. We'll have disagreements about overspending or different investments or different financial decisions. Most of those things will reflect an underlying issue, so pay attention to what is making you angry or feeling like you're going to lose something or you must hold on to it. Okay, we could engage in compulsive spending. We could become overly frugal. We could start hoarding any kind of resources, and that usually stems from a fear or an insecurity. So label that fear, label that insecurity. Where did it come from? Is it something that you need in your world today, or do we need to look at changing a behavior, a way of thinking? This is a time that can prompt a great reevaluation of our values around money, our possessions, and it'll compel us. It'll compel us to confront some deep-seated beliefs or fears that's related to finances, our relationship with money. Okay, and this is the time to undergo a process of transformation and empowerment when it does come to your money, when it does come to your relationships. Okay, let's turn to the cards. Now the weekly horoscopes are out, so you can find the energy for the upcoming week. The newsletter is out, so check your email, and in that I have included the 5-day passion challenge. Now, I know I released it early on Patreon for my Patreon subscribers, and now it's out to you. But even if you are on Patreon, I've added to it. I've added additional resources and information, so you might want to, even though maybe you've been through the video and you don't need the video as much, you might like the extras I threw in. So, because I know it was a resounding success in Patreon. Okay, here we go. Our underlying energy for today is the Two of Cups. New relationships, new passions, new dreams, new desires. All are on the table when the Two of Cups appears. It's something different. It's something unusual. It's something not like ourselves. How we view our world and our surroundings. Notice that the two people are dressed completely different from each other. They're almost opposites. So we could be attracting in the opposite today to show us new journeys or learn or grow our knowledge in some way, some form. So this could be a business partner coming in. This could be a new best friend. This could be a person that's going to walk the rest of your footsteps with you on your path. It could also be something that aha moment, that little epiphany. We are in the energy for that, even though today's energy in particular isn't very supportive of it. All the other energy that is underlying is very beautiful for us still. To expect the unexpected when it comes to beauty and new passions and new opportunities and new adventures. That's all still on the table for us, very strong and very real. We have the Knight of Swords. Oh, we just want to be so spontaneous today. We just want to jump onto that stallion. We want to raise our sword and we want to yell charge. We see our horizons maybe expanding in wonderful and beautiful ways, but we could also feel like we have to get things out into the open. We have to state it. We have to tell everybody, and our way is our way, and if you don't like it, there's the highway, right? My way or the highway kind of energy. So I think Mars, we have to watch Mars in Aries here because it's strong. It's in the first couple of degrees of Aries, so it's going to be more potent. I think that is more a semblance of what this card is coming out to be as. It's telling us even though we want to do that, we need to pull it back a little bit. We need to think it through. We are in full moon energy, so we do not want to raise our swords and yell charge and go into new opportunities very quickly and not thinking about it. Okay, this is very much a one energy jumping onto that stallion. So the one energy is today's energy. So we just don't want to step out to create something new or create something different or on a whim right now. We want to pull it back. We want to think it through. We want to make the plan. We want to make the strategy because we know that that is important as well. We have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups has come out quite a bit lately. You know, we have this underlying view. We're looking up at the cups. Now, I also see, can you see it there? The moon in the background? It's very faint and it's very up, quite high in the picture. So you might not even be focusing in, but there's a moon there. Okay, so I think because that's drawing my eye, I think it's a lot about our emotions. And so we think the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. We want the shiniest cup. We want beauty and laughter, and we don't want all this ugly in our life. So we're going to grab for the most beautiful one we can see, but we're not aware at all of the contents if we do it just from that observation, from that perception. So we need to look at other perceptions of how we want to go forward, observe a little bit more, ask those qualifying questions if that's a thing, do some research if that's a thing, or maybe it's just allowing some things to go so that there's room to even carry that cup forward with us. So don't be too quick or too hasty to jump into anything or commit to anything. And then we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is all about, yes, taking a moment, deep breath. Okay, here, I'll teach you a little something, okay? Because this is volatile kind of energy that we're going with today, right? And so you might find yourself in a position where you just want to lash out, which is probably the worst thing to do. Although instinct will tell us that, it's fight or flight. So we're going to fight because we're not going to leave this, right? Okay, I want you to lace all your fingers together like that. Okay, and then push them together. Hold them around the level of your heart and then squeeze them together. Squeeze them as hard as you can. And almost instantly, you should feel a difference in your heart rate. You should instantly feel your body starting to relax, starting to calm itself. And now, once you do this, you can actually think of the words you want to say, if any words at all. The actions you want to do, if any actions at all. This kind of takes you like instantly to a grounded position. Okay, and I think we'll all be in need of this little trick in order to, I know a whole bunch of them, but that's the one I'm teaching you today. I don't know the name of it or anything like that. There is a name for it. There's a name for everything. But just bring your fingers together. Okay. Close them up. And then squeeze down on the fingers and squeeze up on the fingers, applying deep pressure to your fingers, and hold them at heart center, and you should feel that automatic. Okay, back to the reading. Okay, because here we are in quiet contemplation. This is after we've squeezed our fingers together. We've got ourselves balanced and in control again, and start thinking about your future. Okay, what do you want it to look like? The people that you're having problems with, the difficulties in the relationship, do you truly want them by your side? Then we need to make it happen. And we can make it happen. We have the power to make it happen under this energy. When this card comes out, the world is our oyster. The landscape is completely stark. It's void of anything. And so we can put anything into place that we want to put in there if we want to put it in there. So start thinking about the beauty you can put in rather than your fear of losing something. Here you can't lose anything because there is nothing to lose. You're creating it. So if it needs to fall away, I mean, we have full moon energy. It needs to fall away. Allow it to fall away. Allow it to stay in the dust, okay? Allow it to be in the rearview mirror as you go forward, as you drive yourself forward into your tomorrow. Okay, let's get... Where's the deck? Oh, it's way over here. I'm sorry. There we are. I'm getting an oracle card here. And we have perfect setting, the 9 energy. The perfect setting. I know I still have to fix the lighting in here. I've been doing lots, so please forgive me for the time being. I think the message is more important than anything else. Perfect setting. The 9 energy, which is about completions, endings. And why are we doing the completions? Why are we doing the endings? Because under a 9 energy, it's very specific. It's because we want to make the room for the new things to come into our life. Okay, let's go to the 9 perfect setting. Try and hold that up so you can see it nice. If you have a goal or vision, be sure to provide the right surroundings for that dream to flourish. Positive self-talk, affirmations, being kind to yourself, celebrating your talents and successes, all of these create fertile soil for your dreams to take root and grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. Trust the process, relax, and allow nature to take its course. Belief and positive support is needed to accomplish your goal. Keep in mind, nature makes growing and blossoming look effortlessly, but the secret is all in the details. Position, sun, soil, air, water, nourishment. Make sure you are taking the steps necessary to attain your perfect environment. And that's kind of exactly what we are doing here. What were we putting into our environment? What are we creating in our environment? For long-term sustainable success, abundance, prosperity, happiness, joy, love. Whatever it may be for you. Okay, let's see what the animals have to tell us. And we have the World card, the 21, how fitting under a full moon energy. And we have the sheepdog. Congratulations on successfully accomplishing what you set out to do. You've made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons life has offered you with a grace with the courage. The World card is always about new beginnings, new starts, but we do have to put some finalizations on some of the energy in order to feel the free spirit, in order to run with the sense of enthusiasm that you would see a dog running. You ever see a dog running? Oh, they're having the time of their life when they're running. The time of their life. And so we need to get into that when we start to motivate ourselves and we start doing, we start seeing some progress. That alone should fill us with the enthusiasm, fill us with the motivation, fill us with the momentum to keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. So this is definitely a card telling us that what we set out to do, we will accomplish. We will put endings on it so that we can go towards the new beginnings, the new starts that's coming up very shortly in our life. I think it's May the 8th. May the 8th is our new moon. So right now it's all about looking at letting go, clearing out what no longer has value in our life. Creating a way for stronger and deeper bonds with people in our life. Understanding our relationship with money a little bit more so that we can not only have it in our possession, but to grow it, to help others, to allow it to flow through us. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.